welcome to Around the World Ancestors. I'm your interviewer, Anna. Today I'll be interviewing a girl named Sasha. She had a very hard life on where she came from, so she decided to come in America. Please come on in, Sasha.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi there. It's a pleasure to be here. And I also heard you had some questions for me.
Yes. Well, matter of fact, I do. My first question is when did you immigrate to this country? Where did you live when you came?
Well, I first immigrated to this country in 1912, and when I came, I lived in Chicago.
1912, that's amazing. What was happening at the time when you came here?
Well, when I came here in 1912, I heard some incredible news about how the Titanic sank. It was sad how many people died. It was just a total disaster.
A disaster indeed. Where did you live before you came to America?
I lived in Russia, but people there kept judging me, so I left.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you ever miss your old country?
I love my old country, and I love the house there. It was a very nice house.
Did you ever miss any food that you had there in Russia?
Well, not really. A lot of the food there was also in the United States.
Really? That's amazing. Who was the president in 1912 of the United States?
The president in 1910 was William Howard Taft.
William Howard Taft. That has a nice ring to it. Who was the king at the time?
George V was the king at the time.
Where did you work when you came to the United States?
My job was working at a store. It was a nice small store.
Nice small store sounds nice. Why did you leave Russia?
Well, because I'm Jewish, I was sick of being blamed for my religion, and I was just sick of people commenting about it, so that's when I decided to leave.
I think I would be annoyed too. Do you have any fun story on when you were in Russia?
Well, one time we took a cruise with my 7 kids and my husband. We took up 14 seats with just my children and our bags.
Wow, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad to be here with you. Bye.
And now we'll wrap it up. Thank you for watching, and now you know about Sasha and her family. Next
Hello, I'm Mallory, your interviewer today on Around the World Ancestors. I'm going to interview Jen Hall. Come on in, Jen. Also, Jen, may I ask you some questions?
Yes, sure, whatever you want to ask.
All right, then. When did you come to the United States and how old were you?
God, it's very hard for me to remember. If I can, it was 1830 and I was about 20 years old.
Long time ago? Where did you come from?
Oh, I came from England.
Interesting. Where did you live when you came to the United States?
I think it was New Jersey. It's very hard to remember.
Wow, did you stay in New Jersey?
No, I went to New York because that place I heard has a lot of good reputations.
Weird. What was your job when you came to the USA?
I have no idea if I'm supposed to tell anyone this, but since it is over, I guess I could. I was a law agent.
Nice. Was it stressful?
Sort of.
What was your favorite food from England?
Oh, had to be Yorkish pudding or English muffins. Those were my favorite.
Really? I like them too. Why did you move to the United States?
My husband and I were looking for a better life.
Really? What was going on in England at the time?
England 1830. Oh, the Indian Removal Act was happening. It was absolutely terrible.
That was in 1830? I never knew that. Do you have an interesting story from when you were in England?
Sort of. Whenever I went to work, my husband worked at home, so he would have to deal with 7 children. And to become a law agent, I went through 8 years of school.
7 kids, that's a lot. In 8 years, that's 2,920 days.
Surely it was all worth it.
Better be. What did you miss about England?
I loved walking around town. It was so peaceful.
Beautiful. Wow. What don't you miss?
I miss everything from England. I wish I could go back. But it's better here, I guess. Maybe.
That's sad, but good that you're having a better life here. Who was the ruler or the president at the time in England?
It was President Andrew Jackson.
Really? Who was the president in America?
Lord Grey. He was a nice man.
Oh, really? I remember hearing that in history class.
Well, my history class didn't talk about that.
Well, at least mine did. When were you born?
July 19th, 1810.
Nice. When you immigrated, did you stop at any other places? And
Yes.
what was your favorite one?
Oh yeah, I stopped at Ireland and Canada. My favorite was Ireland.
Awesome, but sadly this is the end of the interview.
Okay then, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. Come back next time on Around the World Ancestors.